Alright.
Disappear from sight, see through walls, and sneak up on your foes.
Okay.
What's that now? I ain't letting a good lead like you get away! Some kind of idiot. Come on, lady. In the market. Let's work something out. I got just the thing. The tiger shark. It's top of the line. And as luck would have it, steeply discounted at present. Finest man-made materials. Nug-hide seats, laminated paneling, French bronze.
Looks like someone's been decrypting a code.
Plastics is nice, huh?
We've confirmed completion of the ace in the hole. Suchong has it, but unlikely to give it up easily. We'll update when we know more. What's that all about?
Let's step into my office. Contract. All that nonsense you heard about asphyxiation, desperate and irresponsible slander from the competition. Well, not for you. Oh.
You know, don't you?
The doors, they're cracking open. My memories of the future and somewhere I'm going to go.
You sure it's your future you're looking at?
If not mine, then...
This is where I'm supposed to be.
Silver Fin. This used to be a restaurant when I first came through. Now it belongs to this Suchong. Looks like I'm not the first one who tried to get in here. Well, at least he left a trail.
Oh, man.
Suchong wasn't exactly a master of subterfuge.
This fella Atlas has been making the rounds down here.
Think we found our man.
No sign of him now.
Either he's dead, or working for Ryan. Columbia. He knew about Columbia. And Booker and me. The Suchong must have found a way to reopen the tear I made to come here. But how? A Lutece device. That's how he must have reopened the tear. Look, the tear still leads back to Columbia. Plasmids, Vigors. He and Fink must have been in communication, sharing secrets. Like the Luteces before they were physically together. Why did I need to come here? What does this have to do with Sally?
You remember, don't you?
It hasn't happened yet? I told you I can't do that.
Concentrate, Elizabeth.
No, the doors are shut. Lutece particle. I use the Lutece particle. If it can make a city float.
It can make a prison rise.
I can't open tears, but we could use this device to go to Columbia and find a particle. But it's been vandalized.
You'll fix it.
Sure. You know, my tower didn't come stock with the Lutece device repair manual.
You will fix it.
Yeah, I'll just...
Elizabeth, you will fix it.
Okay. Okay, there must be some information around here. These are elements. Sodium, titanium. Why would these be on schematics for... It's code. A Visionaire cipher. If we assume hydrogen is A, and iron, the 26th element, is C...
You always used to need a code key.
It's right here. Never underestimate the fallibility of the egomaniac. Looks like a punch list for things Suchong needs to fix the machine. A cold cathode tube, a carbon dioxide scrubber, and a heatsink. Any of the vending machines should have the cathode tube. And we can look for a CO2 scrubber in the bathysphere showroom. A lot of models should have them. A heat sink. Oh, that's... Where in a department store are we gonna find...
Keep your cool with Old Man Winter.
That'll work. Time to find those parts. And then I just have to repair the most sophisticated piece of technology ever created.
Elizabeth, you saw yourself make this repair. You can do this.
Whatever you say. Guess we better find our way out of here. Atlas, you there? I need a favor.
A favor? I don't suppose you've conjured up the miracle you promised yet?
I'm working on it. I'm gonna need some Old Man Winter.
You might try where they hawk them new bathyspheres. As I hear it, Old Man Winter's the only thing keeps their batteries from bursting into flames after 5 minutes.
Thanks.
Think nothing of it. But it's the last favor you'll be getting.
Penalty for vandalism of Suchong device is death. Even for pretty lady.
I suppose you'd be Suchong. Save your ammunition, your device doesn't work.
Device at work. Vandal sabotage. You are vandal.
Actually, I intend to fix your device. That is, unless you plan on coming down here and doing it yourself.
It's not prudent for Suchong to return to lab. And you say you can fix?
I broke your code, didn't I? Now just give me the one to open that door and we'll see what your creation can do.
1216.
Your birthday?
Enough talk. Fix machine.
How'd you know that?
Never underestimate the fallibility of the egomaniac.
Yes, sir. That's correct, sir. I'm representing Olympus High. Hope I do you all proud, gang. For the talent portion, I've chosen a song that's ever so dear to my heart, suggested by my dear, sweet mother. Pack up your troubles and your old... Did you hear that?
Sounded awful irregular.
You'll have to go through me!
There, that machine. It'll have the cathode tube. Got it. Now I need to find Old Man Winter in a suit.
Come back. Welcome to the circus of value. No refund, no return.
When I find you.
Who did this? Like some cognitive.
Where there's bathyspheres, there's bound to be CO2 scrubbers.
And why's that?
If you don't remove the carbon dioxide from the air supply in a submersible, you'll suffocate. And one thing I did like about Rapture, lots of new books to read. We'll need a long-haul bathysphere, something where the CO2 buildup would limit the submersible period.
You okay?
I've seen all this happen before. I've seen it, everything. That will happen, and now... Now... I only see darkness.
You sent yourself here for a reason.
A debt.
If that's what you want to call it.
This Atlas. I'm gonna have to kill him. Either that or he'll kill me.
Maybe so.
I'm not you, Booker. Some war hero. I'm not even me anymore. No tears, no omniscience, or whatever you want to call it. Just a whole lot of book learning. And a handful of lockpicks. The humpback whale. That thing is as old as the hills. Strictly bargain basement. You gotta wear an O2 tank and a mask. We won't find a scrubber on that. Oh, the 52 Mako. Classic. But it's a death trap. 28 known fatalities related to its use, carbon dioxide poisoning. And they're still on the market.
Steeply discounted, though.
There. The Stingray. Submersible time of 90 minutes. That's our girl.
All the way up there.
The Grease Monkeys had to get it up there somehow. Just gotta find the controls.
Huh? What's that, Cookie Face? My ears are burning. You don't belong here!
How could you just walk away? I ain't got time for this. Oh, can you? It appears our time is up for now.
Doorknobs are my enemy. Only way to be sure.
Without the snarl and turmoil comes, we become this. Until at in the act of their becoming, we destroy the old world and usher in the new. Complete you. Come, make yourself heard.
And I'm planning a big comeback. Just you wait. You know anybody? Who's there? You don't have my permission to leave. Don't leave me! Not again.
Ryan's minefield is well laid out. Grant him that.
Your two
What security system made that ain't got a hold of to it?
music for the discerning
If I was taking book.
That only seems to be knocking them back.
You're only gonna do real damage that way if they don't see you coming.
This woman, who goes by the name of Miss Elizabeth, was picked out of the thousands by the maestro himself, Sender Cohen. And when Sender finds a songbird, you know for sure she's gonna sing sweet. So here's Miss Elizabeth with You Belong to Me.
Where'd you go? I ain't got time for this.
A rapture reminder. The waters surrounding Martin's department store have been seared with an extensive number of magnetic mines. They are very sensitive. Do yourself a favor
the buildings are being fabricated above the waves. But we will lower them on a lunette ring, submerged into the structure's steel frames. So much steel, you wonder.
Another coded message. Attempt to retrieve Ace in the Hole from Suchong unsuccessful. Ryan Private Security killed 3 of our men in the bargain.
I didn't
We'll
say
need
you
to
could
explore
go.
alternate means of obtaining Ace.
Don't leave me.
This is gonna be noisy.
Stay.
Come here, baby. I ain't sore.
Confront you!
A disagreeable fellow, this Suchong.
That's surprising. I'd imagine he'd be right up your street.
I feel dirty sharing a universe with the man.
How poorly we see our own traits in others.
What do you mean?
You both see the world through a lens of science.
And what's wrong with that?
Ask young Miss Comstock.
I would, but I don't suppose she's any longer in a position to answer.
And I'm planning a big comeback. This is the way.
Honey pie? You got a friend over? When can I see you again? Say no.
Got it. Just need to find Old Man Winter.
Who hides from the light of reason?
I won't
No
roll over for
excuse
you.
for a racket. Come out and show you.
Where do you get off?
Ah!
Any progress, love? I must confess, I'm becoming a wee bit skeptical.
Remind me, why am I supposed to care?
You see, me lads have taken a keen thirst for Adam, and there's a vintage right in front of me that'll do nicely.
If you kill her, I truly hope you are happy living down here. Put down roots, raise a family. Or maybe you think Andrew Ryan is going to ride to your rescue.
Fair enough. But remember, there are fast ways to harvest little sisters, and some very slow ones.
Come on in and watch this. All right. You pay attention. That's Andrew Ryan on that screen. Ryan's got the formula. You trust your man.
To rapture because it seems fashionable. Teach you to make something of yourself. If you don't get that in the
Kid, this ain't far. Seen what you done to my friend here.
That's it. Bye. I'm getting out of here.
Welcome to the Circus of Value. Come back when you get some money, buddy.
Why are my hands so red?
Old Man Winter. That's how we'll cool Suchong's machine.
Yeah?
Atlas sent me here for some Old Man Winter.
You haven't been around here long, have you?
What makes you say that?
'Cause you're the only one of us who don't smell like the reptile house at the zoo.
Now be quick about it and just take the winner. This ain't the Goodwill.
Just what we needed. That was the last of it.
Now you think you can manage the repair?
Sure. I've been fixing it.
The time has come, brothers and sisters. Did you want to keep climbing Andrew Ryan's ladder? Just to watch him knock it down as you're reaching the top? The cards are stacked. What's a bunch of fine words if there ain't deeds to back them up? Rapture was supposed to be different. But the only thing that separates it from the slums of New York or Glasgow or about 1 million gallons of salt water. Ryan sent a clear message when he had Frank Fontaine put down. It's time all you learned your place. I tell you what, Ryan. Message received. Loud and clear. And here's what the people of Rapture have to say to you. If you won't give us what we want, we're more than happy to come and take it.
On fuel generator since kindergarten.
Welcome to the Circus of No Refund, No Return.
You'll never...
So Atlas asked me to figure out where to strike first when we bust out of this place, but, you know, it all depends on when we get out, you know? I mean, November 5th is a big founding of Rapture Shindig at Fort Frolic. Valentine's Day, you know, I mean, Arcadia is real popular. I mean, it's near New Year's Eve, and, hey, we could pop the corks off all the stuffed shirts down at the Kashmir restaurant.
Memo to the sales team. While we deny all customer claims regarding purported burns they have received from, quote, overheating of 1958 bathyspheres, unquote, our marketing team has decided to give away flasks of Old Man Winter as part of a new promotional campaign. There will be no recall of the 58. No recall.
I won't hurt anybody if I don't have what is that? You know you don't belong here. We're not finished. How can you rationalize cowering? I never wanted to be a killer. That's what they call a fella. Determined, uncompromising, determined. She fits. You got it.
die of CO2 poison. Well, not the perfect phosphor frequency, but that'll do.
You're really gonna make me hunt down some fucking meat for that.
Sounded awful irregular.
Stop it from overheating. There, everything's fixed. We're ready.
Let's fire it up and see. What did I tell
you? Oh my god.
Look. We're on the First Lady. It can't be this easy. The First Lady Mark II was built around a particle lift system just like all the buildings in the city. I read all about it in the Columbian Scientific. The particles seated at the top of the structure must be up that lift. Perfect.
Seems like a lot of technology just to float an airship. Comstock never heard of hydrogen.
The First Lady Mark I did run on hydrogen, and it was destroyed by a single bullet from a Vox sniper. Unfortunately, the Prophet wasn't on board at the time. If I take the active particle, then the First Lady is just a 40-ton paperweight. Best to take... Here we go. Now let's head back through that tear.
You honestly expect Atlas to honor his side of the deal?
No, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
How do you plan on handling Atlas? He ain't just some spliced-up maniac.
He'll make a mistake. I just have to be ready to take advantage of it when it happens.
All for a girl you barely know.
How well did you know me when you came to Columbia? Nothing but trouble that way. Best to head straight back to Rapture.
Pretty lady not finished yet.
What? Open the tear.
Power for device very expensive. Tit for tat.
Just tell me what you want.
Such a wonder something simple. Lock of hair.
Oh, you're not serious.
Really?
Not your hair, stupid. Think has a secret life. Mothballed, forgotten. In there, hair sample. In jar. Canada miss. You get for Suchong. Then everybody friends.
Where's his lab?
Closed off, past Fink's quarters. You smart lady, you find.
Should have seen that one coming.
Press to generate a bullet-snatching shield that places ammo into your gun. Vox Populi. We must have arrived right in the middle of the siege.
That means the other you and I are probably inside the factory. On our way up to the First Lady.
And what happens if we run into ourselves?
We won't.
How do you know that?
Because we didn't.
I've taken your counsel, and you done me good service, but I will not hurt the boy. I will see Fink and Comstock burn, but I will not hold the son to account for the deeds of his father.
You've misunderstood us.
We neither asked you to harm the child.
Nor did we promise that yours would be the hand that would set Comstock's world afire.
A famous man once said,
And a famous man shall say,
I may reach the mountaintop.
but I fear I shall never visit the valley below.
But you mean I won't live to see the... No.
It's up to you what matters more.
Your part in the play?
Or the play itself.
Someone is coming.
She'll arrive a girl.
She must leave. A woman.
And what makes the difference between a girl and a woman?
Blood.
Your part in the play?
Or the play itself.
Turn her into a killer? How?
Give the girl no choice.
And she will be forced to make one.
Huh. Damn, it's like one big fucking illusion.
What's going on?
In the people's focus. Such is the fate of all hoarders and exploiters. Those who had all will have nothing. Those who idled shall toil.
Say it! Long live Daisy Fitzroy. Long live the Vox Populi. Rise up!
Oh my god, that's so dumb.
My dear brother, these holes in the thin air continue to pay dividends. I know not which musician you borrow your notes from, but if he has half the genius of the biologist I now observe, well, then you are to be the Mozart of Columbia.
As written in the people's voice. Such is the fate
Here I come! Something's going on. Who did this?
Surrender! My living quarters got reassigned, all right.
Come out, come out.
Think.
A giant clock.
Sort of. Looks like the mechanism unlocks certain activities when Fink gives his blessing.
So what? We're stuck waiting for the cuckoo to go off?
No, there's a slot for some kind of key for manual winding. We just gotta find that.
Sure seems like a lot of work to lock down a few doors.
Yeah, well, if there's one thing Fink loves, it's a lot of work. We've got the clock key.
Our current state of being, or lack thereof, has left my brother unfulfilled. The biological urge to leave one's mark is strong, and it is not an impossibility. We could instantiate ourselves back in Columbia, return to an old life for the possibility of creating new. But we died in that world. Returning would mean giving up part of us. Ourselves. We'd become flesh and all that it is heir to. The mysteries of the universe would become once again.
As to the matter of religion, let me place myself in the camp of the agnostic. I pretend to understand the mysteries of the infinite no more than you, Comstock, or anyone else for that matter. For the sake of argument, let's say this is all one unhappy accident, and we are all alone in our toils. Then who would Comstock use to control and shame us with rules that apply only to those with not a penny in their pocket? If there were no God, you could rest assured the first deed done by the first rich man would be inventing him.
Mysteries. Our current state of being.
Sea slugs. Goddamn sea slugs. Could that Oriental have come up with a more inconvenient fuel for his plasmids? If there is a God, and I've seen more evidence to the contrary than in support, you'd think he'd have put Adam into the belly of a nice little seagull or crow. The cost of all these underwater expeditions are murdering my margins.
Good. How to get that idiot his lock of hair.
Listen, I got you your gun. I'm here for my ass.
But my Booker DeWitt died for the Vox Populi. You either an imposter or a ghost. My Booker DeWitt was a hero to the cause, a story to tell your children. You just competition narrative.
Look, are you there? I miss you. You were the only one who ever... You were my only friend. Booker.
I'm not even here. I'm a projection of your own.
Could you humor me then? Please.
I think Booker would miss you.
Show yourself! Find her!
Jesus, it's ripe in here. Say, somebody, fetch me a millionaire to clean this mess up.
Hunt you down! Let the others worry about it.
Just bide your time. Bide your time. Long live Daisy! Did you just up and vanish on me now?
Kill her!
You're gonna die.
You can't hide that. You gonna answer for this, girl.
What are you doing? Pull the box!
Gonna hunt you down. Still warm. Who's out there? Ah!
Daisy sacrificed herself. Set me up to kill her, to turn me into what?
A killer.
Yeah, well, mission accomplished. I'm no martyr. How did you do it, Booker? How did you...
Elizabeth, I'm not Booker.
And neither am I.
Seems like Fink and Suchong were sharing their research.
Like the Lutesses. Cross-reality collaboration. It all makes a kind of sense. The little sisters and the big daddies. Songbird and me.
Constants and variables. What is all this?
Imprinting. That's a wire mother. If you separate a gorilla from its real mother, it will imprint on almost anything. Even that.
Why would Fink care about that?
Songbird. He wanted him to imprint on me.
Well, if I recall, that was a problem he solved.
These poor things. Fink couldn't get them to imprint, so I left them to die. Imprinting failed. That can't be right. Clearly they formed a connection between Songbird and me.
How?
I was so young, I always remember him just being there. It must be a prototype or something.
Is it a human?
Does it matter? tried hypnotherapy.
On the Songbird. How'd that go?
About as well as you'd expect. Booker, the little girl in the film. It's me. My God. Oh, I remember. He'd crashed into the tower. I guess he was in some sort of fight. I waited there thinking, I don't know, that something would happen, but he just lay there, moaning. I couldn't just...
The lion with the thorn in its paw. So much for science.
I should have just left him there to die. I should have just... I will never escape it. Exploited, exploiting, me, Comstock, you, Sally. It's like a wheel of blood spinning round and round. Well, this must be the genetic sample Suchong wanted.
He sent you all the way back here for a sample of your own hair.
He doesn't know I was once the child that imprinted on Songbird. But to him, all the answers lie in DNA. Men like Suchong mistake an ounce of empathy for a pound of science.
It's open. See if anything's worth reappropriating. Check for stragglers. Spread out.
That did not sound right.
Here I come.
Who's there? Let now!
Come on, Piggy.
You'll die screaming.
So where she went?
Come back here.
We're sneaking around out there.
It has occurred to me that this breakthrough regarding the Songbird casts my arrangement with the Oriental Doctor in a new light. What more could be gained by this? You...
What's going on? Where are you going?
Over here. Say goodbye.
I heard you.
Show yourself.
Gun her.
Do you think Daisy really even had a choice?
What do you mean?
Right about now, I'm planting a pair of scissors in her back to protect a child she was never going to harm. She chose to die for her revolution. What about me? For all the endless worlds, all the infinite possibilities. Did I ever even have a choice? Did you?
Yeah. Booker thought he did.
Look where it got us. Right back where we started. All these infinite universes. And yet we end up just going down the same paths.
I don't take your meaning.
My father sold me to settle a marker. Comstock locked me up in a tower. And I sold Sally. For what? Revenge. Prove a point.
And yet, here you are, settling the debt.
And say we find her. The old past their damage to the young. Isn't it too late for her now?
Well, I'd say that's up to her to decide. Justice coming back here was up to you.
Rapture runs on children. Little girls with gold growing in their bellies. I'm not gonna break any cycle. If I'm lucky, maybe I can dent it. Just a little.
Pretty lady has the hair? Deal is deal. Bring it to Suchong.
Pretty lady put hair sample in tube. Then, business is finished.
What's going on out there?
Bloodshed, violence, but not relevant to our arrangement.
Suchong! Suchong, we had a deal, now open
Do you know what they call someone who enters a man's home uninvited? A thief. And I do not remember inviting you into my city.
I had a deal with Suchong.
Yi Chong is my employee. It was not a deal he was authorized to make.
What do you want?
I granted Atlas and his thugs asylum. You serve those same men in a desire to escape from my generosity. If they shall not have asylum, then they shall have liquidation. Give a parasite an ounce of charity. He'll demand a pound.
I'm just looking for a girl that was taken from me. A little sister.
I don't claim to understand what you are, but I know that you are special. There is business we can do together. And so I give you a choice. Work for me or die with Atlas.
I'm not going anywhere without that girl.
If it's a little sister you want, that shouldn't stand in the way of commerce. I've got dozens of them.
I won't leave without her.
My men stand ready to take down the door. In 60 seconds, they will enter the room. They will either treat you as a valued employee of Ryan Industries or as a thief in the night.
60 seconds.
There must be half a dozen of them or more. I've got to get ready. No traps. I can use the plasmids as traps in it and seed the room with them. I gotta find somewhere to hide. Surprise them. Take them down one by one. I'm scared.
They'll underestimate you, Elizabeth. People always do.
40 seconds. You know what I see on your face? Uncertainty. Who is this girl to you? 30 seconds. Do you know the value of the shark? Without them, the sea would be littered with the detritus of the weak. The men who come for you have much in common with those great animals. What sharks do for the ocean, these men do for rapture. 20 seconds. I will tell you something you already sense. Atlas does not honor agreements. Andrew Ryan does. I cannot save your Sally, but I can save you. Time. You're not a hero. You're not even a parasite. You're just a weed. And Andrew Ryan has no time.
Who's there? Don't walk away now. Fun's just.
Get out here where I can see you.
my full attention. Stupid jerk. Should have never stuck his neck out. Don't think you can hide. You can't keep running forever. That's not funny. Where is she? Lady, you're working my last nerve. This hide and seek. There's the girl. Get back here. Nothing personal, sweetheart. Don't make me hunt you down like an animal. Your number's up.
I beat your sharks, Ryan. The better man won. Isn't that the only thing you respect? Now let me the hell out of here.
Sounds like all hell's breaking loose out there. What's your plan?
I can't just place the particle on the ceiling. It would just tear right through it. But every building in Rapture was submerged into the ocean on a lunette ring, connected to the junction of its load-bearing supports.
That's fascinating and all, but if you haven't noticed, Ryan sent his goons to murder us. If you're gonna pull a rabbit out of a hat, now's the time to do it.
Looks like the structural junction is in Frank Fontaine's office. If I can get there, I can float the building.
It so happens I've taken that bastard's office for my own use. I'll make sure you've access to the private elevator. Now hurry.
Don't think you can hide. There you are. Shut up, you goddamn twist. Supposed to be a brunette. Anyone seen her? Look around! Show yourself!
The rest of Atlas's crew are barricaded up that elevator. Better you than me, bro. I'm not taking the next bullet. Ryan's built Come on out! This is quick. Who knows? Maybe Ryan. Too bad we got killed. Shame to go The hell was that? There she is!
Give me health, game. Come on, dude.
Though there's little to like in this Atlas fellow, one must admire the lilt in his brogue.
I do commend this recent effort of yours to find the good in people.
Sadly, it's all a lie.
The effort?
The accent.
I don't suppose there's much about the man that's authentic.
He's authentically homicidal.
And you view this as a positive.
Well, one has to start somewhere.
Alright. Just gonna leave it at that. Gotta get ready for work. Thanks to anybody watching. Try the stream later. For a couple of hours. Sorry, I see I'm just leaving.